began as a protest demanding accountability has left Prashant Singh with injuries he may carry for years. During the police action at Delhi's Jantar Mantar, he was hit by metallic pellets. Even today, some of those pellets remain lodged inside his body. He says the pain has reduced but hasn't disappeared, and the memories of that day continue to haunt him. As the Supreme Court examines whether pellet guns should be used against civilian protesters and seeks the standard operating procedure governing their use, Prashant's story has brought the human cost of crowd control measures into sharp focus. Welcome to the weeks, Prashant. Tell me first thing that you went there to join the protest, and then what happened?
I went there in first sitting of CGP, and then they came to the ground. And after that, I was following their protest from day first to the day last, and they win. So I was in the protest. I was doing sketches in the protest. I'm a visual artist, so I do sketches. I documenting the where in my environment what is happening. This is my regular practice in it. So I used to go in a protest, and I was citing and drawing the environment there. At the Sansad Chalo March, I was there. I was in the protest, and that time I was in a frontal row where the Sansad Chalo March, where the last barricade was there, and the Chandrasekhar gave his last speech there, and he just telling us to not to go from there. I will come back, and within that, within some of minutes, the police and giving the protester become attention, and the police started doing lathi charge from all the students there. I was also in that. They also I also get some lathi there, and then they are pushing toward us in the inner circle of Delhi. There was the charkha of Mahatma Gandhi was there. And the people were standing there like a very monumental thing. And at that moment, the police was constantly firing with tear gases and bomb shells, and they also, and within that they fired a shotgun. And I was there. I was in the inner circle where they are constantly throwing the tear gases, and the people trying to cover the tear gases with the water or with some kapra over it. And within those things, I was hit by the pellet, and at that time that was just a shock. I didn't know about this a pellet gun or something. I just hit it, and I was thinking that something I hit by something, and then I just keep back, and then I realized it's bleeding, and I just opened my hand because I wear the full sleeves. Then I started to put that full sleeve up on, and I found out that there is a much more circus there, and constantly blood is out. And I was a little anxious about what happened to my hand, and I just got back, and I called my friend, and he came there, and then with him I went to the hospital, the Lady Harding.
Lady Harding, you directly went to Lady Harding Hospital.
Yes.
Then Lady Harding Hospital did the basic checkup and basic
Yeah,
requirements.
they did a very basic and superficial checkup. They removed the pellet on my skin on the frontal area, but they didn't even let me know about or show me my X-rays and anything. They didn't tell me still the bullets are inside. So I found out when I touched my skin, I found out that there is still
The pellets are still in your body,
yeah, there's still at someone you can feel it.
and it is painful.
Now it is curing, like it's already at 10 days. So that time it was really hurting, and still it is hurting. I can't properly work with my hand. So still is in a process of healing.
So it's only in the right hand.
It's on a right hand and one in the chest and other on a waist.
So you still living with those pellets,
Yeah, yeah. Still the pellets are inside.
and you've done the X-ray again, and the pellets are visible in your body.
When I did the X-ray in a private hospital, then I found out that still.
How many of them?
Still 9 or 10.
9 or 10 pellets still
Still inside.
there inside your body. And what did the doctors advise you now?
Doctor is saying that not much harm you. If you have problem with your irritation with any pellet, we can remove it out. But if we do all of the surgery, you will get much more cuts on your hands, and that will harm your arms deeply, and that tissue, that much of tissue will be harmed. So it quite better than if you can remove some of them, and some of them could be stay inside. So might I'm thinking of the handout which is on the surface still. So I think that could be a treatable. So I wanted that it could out.
So you opted for, after seeing what happened to you in Lady Harding, a government hospital, you finally went to a private hospital to
Yes.
get yourself checked because you were hurt. You were feeling the pain in your arm.
Yeah, I was feeling the pain in my arm, and already this my arm is very important for me because I'm a skill artist, and whereas the hands is much needed in your work. So I'm really concerned about that whatever happened to my hand, and it's really affect on my work. So that's the thing, and that's why I went to the private hospital also.
What made you join the CGP protest?
The agenda was correct. The leak paper is every time leaking, and even I give the NTA exams, and there was a many dysfunctions in your computer, many dysfunctions in your system that your papers size not defined. मतलब बहुत सारी ऐसी दिक्कतें हैं जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम के अंदर क्या कहते हैं भी embedded है. And that was one of them. And I wanted to this protest more bigger because we are the future of this country, and we going to be channel this country with our education. And if this is not perfect this time, and how we can compete with the other countries, or how we compete with ourselves. So from that growing age, I meant to be that I should join the protest. I should be the part of it, and should be the part of all the students are taking voice for this. So yes, that's my concern.
You are also one of the petitioners before the Supreme Court of India, wherein you have moved the Supreme Court saying that there should be a minimum use of pellet guns in.
I think this should ban
In the protest.
peaceful protest. See, and if you have that, uh, like if you really wanna fight with some criminals, or that someone is coming with a gun, then you can fight. Like your opponent have pen or pencil. Your opponent have that only have phones, and you are fighting with the guns. You are क्या कहते हैं, making them to feel the tear gases that was really harmful. First time I was felt that it was real harmful to your eyes, and you are fighting them bomb shells. So how you are treating, like they are not a terrorist. We are your people. You are younger generation that will be gonna run your country. So you should be very calm to ourselves. Like मतलब हमारे पे तो तुम्हें ध्यान देना चाहिए, and you should treat us well. Yeah.
And after the resignation of the education minister, what's your take on that?
Yeah, it's a big victory for the students. They really did it, and at that moment I found that the entire beat, like entire the people came there for the one thing that Dharmendra Pradhan istifa do, and that just happened. It's a big victory, but still I think there's a many corruptions still there, and that need to be get it out from this country. And those are people still there. They are accountable for this corruption. So I think that it's a small victory, and still there's many corruptions still to be cleared out, to be work on it. Yeah.
So you now will have to, undergo a surgery again to
Yeah.
remove these pellets because this is deep inside your body now,
Yes.
not on the surface.
Yes.
So, who do you want to blame it on?
Of course, the recent government that give the order to that police is already saying that they give the order, and who give him the order, that is a real culprit of your country, and I think that he should also resign.
Prashant hopes his experience served as a reminder that behind every courtroom argument is a person whose life changed in a matter of seconds. His appeal is simple, that no student protesting for a cause should have to return home carrying metallic pellets inside their body.